Talking of abortion, now, I don't want to divide the room, but I'm pro-choice. I don't think it's anything to do with me or any other man what a woman does with her body, right? But on the... Thank you. On the flip side of that, there are people that are anti-abortion. I don't just mean people who wouldn't have it for themselves. That's choice. I mean, I don't want anyone to have it. And of those, there's a small percentage that are really militant. And of those, there are a small percentage that are fucking... There's ones in America that are like terrorists. They bomb abortion clinics. They put fetuses through your door. And they've got this propaganda machine that says, liberals, they're aborting babies at 9 months, pulling them out of the vagina and liquidising them, like crazy conspiracy theory, right? And now they've got the internet. So they've got, like, fonts and memes. It's like science to them, right? And this thing goes round, right? You've probably seen it, but it goes... I've heard different derivations of it, like this was a real lecture or this was a real questionnaire, right? It's nonsense. It's all made up, right? It goes like this. It goes, a woman is pregnant. She already has 5 children. 2 are deaf. 2 are blind. 1 is mentally retarded. She has syphilis. Should she have the baby? No, question mark. Well done. You just killed Beethoven. What are you talking? That makes no fucking sense at all. I'll go, OK, keep it fair. Let's do the opposing. So, OK, there's another woman. She's pregnant. 2 children. Great hearing, great eyesight, really smart. She hasn't got syphilis. Should she have the baby? Yes, question mark. Well done. You just gave birth to Hitler. No, I don't want to divide the room, but I'm not a fan of Hitler. Hear me out. I've got my reasons, right? Listen. And it's sci-fi, right? Whenever you see a sci-fi series, there's always one where they invent a time machine and they go back and try and kill Hitler. And if they're successful, they come back to the present and it's worse because they've mucked up the time-space continuum. Of course it is. You change anything, the slightest thing in history, it has a catastrophic effect. I wouldn't change anything, even if I could. My life's too good. I can't take that chance. Do you know what I mean? If scientists came to me and went, Rick, we've sorted it, you'd have to go back in the time machine, just press this button, right? It kills Hitler before the Holocaust, before the war, right? The present is exactly the same, except it makes you a bit more ginger. I'd go, no. Why should I suffer? But when you see one of those fluff pieces, whenever they ask that question, one of those silly questionnaires that celebrities do, there's always, what's the first thing you do if you had a time machine? They all say, oh, I'd go back and kill Hitler. Really? You'd go back and buy Microsoft shares, you fucking liar, right? I've interviewed people on my radio show in America, right? And I always ask that question for a laugh, and they all say, oh, I'd go back and kill Hitler. I go, you know, people tried at the time, and now they say, oh, no, I'd go back and kill him when he was a little baby. So you'd go back and find baby Hitler, right? Who hasn't done anything wrong yet, and just strangle him, would you? Also, have you seen Hitler when he was a baby? Oh, my God, absolutely adorable. And look at that. Look at his little face. You go back, you want to kill Hitler, and you go, yeah, you go, oh, you little Nazi, you. I know what you're thinking. Why have I got a picture of baby Hitler on my phone? That's my business. What if I do masturbate over it? What if that's the only thing I masturbate over? There's no victim, no crime. You could call the police right now, have them come round to my house, and they go around and say, oh, we heard you admitted you're a nonce. I go, yeah, but only for pictures of dead baby Hitler, right? I go, check the rule book. And they go, yeah, good as gold. Right? I go, do you want to see where I masturbate? They go, yeah, go on, right? So I take them down to the Wanktorium, right? It's basically a converted wine cellar, right? But it's that picture blown up 100 times, right? Just around the walls, like that. Dripping with 40 years of cum. I've only lived there 5 years, so I don't know. That won't be it. No, but people do have a problem with Hitler. And they want to go back and kill him. And I say, chill. I say, Hitler is the man who killed Hitler, isn't he? Give him his due. Due. D-U-E. I don't worry about dying. Or rather, I don't worry about being dead, because I won't know about it. That is the best thing about being dead. You don't know about it. It's the same as being stupid, right? It's only painful for others, right? I worry about how I die. I don't want to die alone in agony, or I don't want to be found in a wardrobe, hanging by a belt, wearing ladies' tights, covered in amyl nitrate. You know what I mean? I'm not into that shit. So if I am found like that, just know that one of my mates has stitched me up, right? No, don't worry about dying. I don't do anything towards not dying, if you know what I mean. I eat and drink too much every day. I've done for 40 years. Day and night, I eat and drink too much. People say to me, Rick, if you gave up the booze, you'd live an extra 10 years. And I go, yeah, but they're the last 10 years. They're the shit 10 years. I don't want them, right? If I gave up booze now and I made it to 80, and someone said, right, you can have an extra 10 years. If I could go, oh, great, I'll have 20 to 30. Again, that'd be perfect. But no, you've got to have 80 to 90. Have you any idea how awful it is being 90? Right? I've seen 90-year-olds sitting in an armchair and they suddenly go, ugh, and you go, what? You go, I've broken every bone in my body, right? They've got, like, dust for blood. They bruise up blood clots. They got hernias popping out everywhere, right? If you're 90 years old and you get to the kitchen by yourself to make a cup of tea, if you lift that kettle and it's too full, there's a very good chance your stomach will come out of your arsehole, right? So eat and drink as much as you want and just fucking die, is my advice, right? I should say I'm not a doctor, right? I do see a doctor once a year, once every 2 years. I have to have medicals for things like this and TV shows, and I go private, right? It's 600 quid. It's 3 hours long, but they do everything. Blood sample, stool sample, urine sample, ECG, ear, nose, throat, bollocks, the finger, everything, right? And you have to fill out this big form, write a lifestyle thing. That takes fucking ages, right? And I tell the truth on everything, except units of alcohol. I work those out, then I halve them, right? And when he gets to those, he still goes, oh, that's an awful lot, right? And I think I've won. I go, is it? Right. And at the end of the 3 hours, they've got all the results back from the lab, right? And he's got this big computer, it's like a body composition, right? And from there, they work out your percentage chance of a stroke, heart attack, in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. And mine's always about the same. It always gets worse with age, nothing to do about that. But I'm always like, I'm at the end of healthy weight. I'm just nearly obese. I'm just right, like that. I was pre-diabetic once, I had to sort that out. And now I'm pre-gout, right? Pre-gout, right? And so he tells you all that, and then he goes, so what are we going to do about this? And I want to go, what do you mean, we? I've just paid you 600 quid, mate, right? You're going to fix it, and I'm going to carry on, right? You don't take a car to the garage, and he goes, oh, tyres are bald, the big end's gone. What are we going to do? You're going to fix it, mate, and I'm going to pay you. He went, he said, you need more fibre in your diet. I went to go, get me wine with fibre in it then. I mean, I can afford anything. You must be able to invent that. Just He said, you're heavily constipated. I wanted to go, get in there with a spoon, son.